keep pushing the text line because it's easier. It seems like it's easier for people to text us than it is to call us. But you can text us. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. Got a 623 text. It says, Kyle has me hooked on mochi ice cream balls.
Oh my God, they're so good.
Kyle, what's your favorite flavor?
Oh, okay. So there is a brand called Bubbies, and we love it because that's the nickname for my son. And so his favorite strawberry, but my favorite's the passion fruit. So
passion
good.
fruit and
just regular, like you get at Walmart.com or whatever.
I get them on Sprouts. I don't think they have them at Walmart.
A text from a 661 number. John Jay and Rich, I can't believe people gave Rich a complex because after the jingle, John Jay's got a game for you. Rich doesn't do the bump bump anymore.
I know. You said you weren't going to get rid of it, and you did.
Oh, I've done it. You gotta listen. It's not all the time. Switch it up.
I feel like I've put on my listening ears to hear for it, and I still haven't heard it.
Keeping them guessing.
We did it only once on Monday when there wasn't an actual jingle.
Here's another text. Hey, Brandy here from Oklahoma. This is the first time using the text line. I'd like to hear more about Kyle's date with Adam Levine.
Put that in quotations.
How long ago was that?
Oh my gosh.
That was a long time
ago. Before I was married.
But it wasn't a date, was it? You guys went on a date. You went to a basketball game, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
We met up at the club after my hair appointment. It's fine.
So you were feeling all fresh with your new hair. Well, now times have changed.
We don't need to get into it anymore.
Times have changed. Let's just say that, yes, it's Adam Levine from Maroon 5. And now she's a mom who goes to her kid's art class. In fact, the other day, you're like, gotta go.
I'm room mom.
It was before she was room mom in art class. How's that going?
Way before. It's actually going really well. I enjoy teaching, you guys. I'm teaching art. I'm volunteering this year with another parent in my daughter's class. And we've done this thing where it's like, I feel like almost like a professional teacher because we prep one day during the week before our Friday class. So we'll go and we'll discuss like, how do we want to reach the kids? Like, I'm like, let's show them a video. So we chat beforehand and we got to talking the other day when we were prepping and I realized, I guess I'm kind of an idiot because the vice principal at the school sends a lot of emails out about, anything and everything. You need to get updated. And, she signs it Chairman Smith. And I'm like, ooh, Chairman. She's very important. You know what I mean? Like, Chairman Smith. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. And I think I've even seen her and been like, hello, Chairman. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, speaking to my fellow art class volunteer teacher, she was like, yeah, that's not her name. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, it's actually Charmaine.
So chairman's not a thing? That's not a school title?
I thought it was a school title. Like she's a very important chairman for something.
I did not think that story was going that way.
And so the VP's like, hi. Hi back.
She's always been really nice, like way back. So that's a problem. But
does it spell it like chairman or just you glance at it, you think it's chairman? That's why.
You know what? I haven't really studied it, so
funny.
it may be more Charmaine, but it looks like chairman. And I just figured she's the vice principal,
she's the chairman
so
of the
she's
board.
Obviously a chairman of something.
And it's so funny because you're telling the story, and I just think about all the emails from that. I'm like, boy, I think it's just principal, or they say their name. I'm like, chairman. There must be more to where you're going with this story. That this person got some sort of qualification somewhere.
Right.
Like a PhD, DD. You become chairman. Chairman of education.
She's the chairman of.
So funny.
So that was one of those moments where you go, "Oh my gosh!"
Face bomb, yeah.
And now you're not. Now they won't let you. Now they won't let you be in the art class anymore.
You're fired. I did something that I thought was going to get me fired, though. The kids were. They were just being kids, and my fellow art teacher was not really like scolding the kid, but was like, let's be kind with our words. And I go, ooh. And then all the kids in the class go, ooh. And then the teacher's like, enough of that. Just kidding, sorry. Let me come back next Friday, please.
You're like an extra kid that they didn't know. They don't know how to get rid of this extra big kid in the class.
I was like, sorry, I totally started that. That's my bad. It's not.
You have all the kids call that lady chairman. Yes, chairman.
No.
Oh, man. What a delight. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Kyle. What's going on with 3 things we need to know? Maybe we shouldn't even take that segment from her anymore.
Probably. I should not be in charge of the important news of the day.
Now you fit in perfectly here. Okay, what do you got? What's coming up?
Last night, Apple announced 4 different new iPhone 16 models. They've got different AI on them. They introduced a new smartwatch that will include a feature to help detect sleep apnea. They introduced the next generation of their wireless headphones, the AirPods Pro, that apparently will also be able to function as a hearing aid, which is pretty cool. The new iPhones will range from about $800 to $1,200 and will hit stores September 20th, so pretty soon here. I think it's funny because they're like, and this new feature is revolutionary. And it's like the same stuff that like Samsung and Google Pixel have already out.
Like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they literally, from what I read, they ripped off Samsung.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're just following their plan.
Yeah.
I know, Kyle, you don't have an iPhone or anything like that, but Rich and John, are your guys' iPhone starting to malfunction yet?
Mine's always malfunctioned. I've always loved Kyle's phone. The only reason I'm on an iPhone is because my whole family's on iPhones.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've always loved the phones Kyle
They
has.
I will give Apple this. They do a really good job of integrating lives of everyone around you. Like, it's always
Totally.
frustrating
That's
trying
true.
to send any of you guys
Right.
videos. I'm like, Samsung and Apple need to learn how to get along there because I just want to be able to send groups of photos and videos to my friends.
So the TV show that's still #1 on Netflix is The Perfect Couple. Are you further along, Kyle, on that?
Just a little bit. I watched
Okay.
another episode this morning.
Without ruining anything, there's a scene in this show that I've never seen in any other TV show ever, where there's all these people are accused of murder and they're trying to figure out who the killer is. And one person goes, "Look." They take off their Apple Watch. They're like, "Look, you could see that I was asleep at that time. My sleep was being monitored
That's
at the time."
trippy.
And I've never seen that before. And I thought, wow, what a great alibi
Yeah,
to
that's
have your
true.
Apple Watch tell you that you were doing this. And then they're like, and you can see that the person next to me was snoring. So you can, but then there's a twist.
Ooh, dun, dun, dun.
Plus, I remember hearing something that Apple won't let actors or movies use their phone unless it's the good guy.
The villain never has
The
an
villain
iPhone.
never has an iPhone.
I know, it's so creative. They are very creative. The robots, you guys, they're here. I mean, they're here and coming to a home near you very, very soon. So there's a company called 1X Technologies. They're the same people behind the Open AI for ChatGPT.
Okay.
And they've created a humanoid helper called Neo Beta that they say will be able to perform physical labor like carrying in your groceries, doing your laundry, all the things around the house that you probably don't really want to do. This robot is literally just over 5 feet 4 inches, weighs about 66 pounds, and despite its light frame, it can actually hold about 44 pounds. So some pretty heavy stuff. This thing can move around the house. It walks at 2.5 miles per hour. It runs at 7.5 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
A full charge. The fact that it can run is scary to me, but okay. A full
It can
charge.
catch you.
Yeah, lasts about 2 to 4 hours. So as long as you can run faster than it for about 4 hours, you could probably outrun it if you needed to.
Laundry robot, good sell.
Yeah, they are going to release a limited number of these things this year. And then they say in the next year and the next year and the next year, by 2028, they'll have released and sold millions of these.
It's like Bicentennial Man. You ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Like he's
happening.
a little robot and he just lives with you forever for many generations through a family, and then
That's
he wants
trippy.
a heart. And
Wouldn't
he
it-
wants a personality and a conscience.
Would it be cool if we got a little robot around here for the show?
Chase Kyle.
I am scared of that.
Chase Cap- I can't run that long. There's no way. So, yeah, it's definitely, I mean, we've seen this movie before, but I guess that's where we're going.
We so need a show robot, and you know it.
I know. But I don't want one.
I don't
And that's 3
either.
things you need to know.
Payne, what's the vibe for predictions?
Well, Beetlejuice came out over the weekend, so I'm going to tell you which Beetlejuice character fits your energy the best based on your sign.
877-937-1047 to get your sign read.
And if it's your birthday today, you are a Virgo and you share a birthday with comedian Matt Rife and Misty Copeland, the ballet dancer.
And it is Kayla's birthday today. Am I right, Kayla?
Yeah. Hi.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I'm a Virgo just like John Jay. It's the best sign ever.
Yes.
That's such a fact.
I don't know. I might have to argue with you guys on that one, but I do love my Virgos in my life for sure. Kayla, have you ever seen Beetlejuice?
I haven't, but I'm going to go see it this weekend. I'm really excited.
Okay, good. Okay, so for my Virgos, the Beetlejuice character that you guys are most like is Charles Dietz. He's practical, he's detail-oriented, and he's always trying to organize the chaos around him, making him for the perfect Virgo match. You guys are logical, you're grounded, and you often play the role of the fixer in a world of chaos. Not like John Jay, though, because he is the chaos. But like Charles, you're all about keeping things in check, even when things get weird.
I think I might be a little bit of the chaos sometimes.
Yeah.
I resonate with that. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I love you
Kayla.
guys.
Happy birthday.
Have a great birthday.
Thanks.
Hello, November, the Taurus. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, who am I?
So for my Taurus, you guys are Barbara Maitland. Barbara, you guys are all about creating a safe and cozy home, something a Taurus values deeply. So Barbara's nurturing energy and strong attachment to her space speak to your earthy and loyal side. So you care deeply about comfort and making sure everyone around you feels at home too.
Absolutely, but the dress has got to go.
I liked it. I thought it was cute. I actually saw some interview the other day that the reason why the Maitlands aren't in this movie is because the actors that played it have visibly aged. So Alec Baldwin looks that much older.
So they can't be ghosts.
Exactly, because ghosts don't age apparently.
And how do they explain it away in the movie?
They don't.
Oh.
They touch on it a little bit, but they don't explain it.
Thanks, November.
Thanks.
So the text line, you text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. And there's a text here that says, John Jay and Rich, we need to know Stacy's horoscope. I'm sure Mark has told us. Forgetting where you put your phone all the time, living in clutter, but being a rock star at life, I need to know because I feel that.
Stacy is all of our spirit animal, actually.
And Stacy and Rich are the same sign.
Yeah, we're both Pisces.
You are. You're
But
Pisces.
I guess that women Pisces are way different than men Pisces because we are
Totes.
not. We get along on so many levels, but we're just not built anything alike.
Yeah, men Pisces are low-key toxic.
Whoa.
Shots fired.
Dang, girl.
I'm just keeping it real with you.
So what do you got for Pisces?
Well, for Pisces, the Beetlejuice character that you guys are most like is Miss Argentina. Emotional, dreamy, and a little bit tragic.
And a pageant person.
Exactly, and a pageant person, which is perfect for Stacy. But Miss Argentina is peak Pisces energy. You guys feel deeply and often find yourself in a whirlwind of emotions. But even in the afterlife, you guys have a sense of empathy and understanding that no one else can match.
See, we care more.
You do.
Good morning, Robin. What's your sign?
Hi, I'm Gemini. How y'all doing?
Good.
Gemini.
Gemini, the Beetlejuice character that is the most like you, is Lydia Dietz, but the younger version. So in the original Beetlejuice. So as a Gemini, your personality can shift between curious and introspective, just like a young Lydia. She has a duality that matches your adaptable nature. She's dark, but she's also open to adventure and discovery. So you guys are witty and sharp, always looking for something that challenges your mind.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thanks,
good
Robin.
one.
What about for Libra?
For Libra, Kyle, Delia Dietz, loves for aesthetics and harmony, even in her eccentric way, is a vibe that aligns perfectly with Libra energy. You value balance and beauty and creativity. So whether that's in your relationships or your surroundings, you've got a knack for making everything feel just right, even if it's unconventional.
Okay.
Delia Dietz is my favorite in
She's so
the
fun.
Beetlejuice movie.
Oh, really?
That's Catherine O'Hara.
I know.
right?
I love her. I
Oh,
love her.
She's the star of the show, I think, in the second one.
Well, if we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjaneandrich.com. John Jay and Rich. Before we get to Stacks and Hacks, a couple text messages. I got a text message. It says, good morning, all. My name is Beth. I live in Kentwood, Louisiana. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Instead of a birthday party, I'm preparing for a hurricane party. Have a fabulous day. Then, John Jay and Rich, check out the name of the new Gulf hurricane. So there is a hurricane.
Yeah, it's a tropical storm forming probably into a hurricane that will affect Texas and Louisiana. And they're calling it Tropical Storm Francine
Oh, no
at
way.
the moment. So
Francine.
that's very John Jay.
Francine. So Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information, and Rich has life hacks. Any of you guys wear those fitness trackers at all? Mm-mm. You know, or you, Rich, you have
Well,
an
Apple Watch, yeah.
You know, I've gone through it all. I had the Nike Fuel Band, which was my favorite. I have the Whoop strap, which I left the battery in Idaho, so I haven't used it. And then I got the Oura Ring that I use at night. And you're supposed to wear the Oura Ring all day. And I just got a new Oura Ring for my birthday. Yeah, in fact, my wife gave it to me last night. I wore it last night. Apparently, a study found fitness trackers aren't as accurate as people think, and that includes counting steps. Now, I don't know why this is making news, because it says if you take 10,000 steps, the real number is either 9,000 or 11,000.
Well, I want the 11,000. I want credit.
I can speak to that because I think my watch tracks steps, and every once in a while I'll look at it, and it's like, it's such a load of crap, because when I was the mom on the Girl Scout trip, we all walked basically the exact same amount, and the other chaperone was like, I walked 12,000 steps today, and mine said 5,000. I'm like,
well, that's a big difference, but 9,000 versus 10,000 or 10,000, I'll take it.
No, but Kyle has long legs. She takes long strides.
Walmart is selling a s'mores-themed costume aimed at thruples. There's chocolate, marshmallow, and a graham cracker.
they're literally marketing it like the thruple costume.
That's so wild, man. This is an interesting story. People are talking about words that visibly look the most beautiful when you write them out.
Banana.
That's a good one.
Banana's not on there. But cliffhanger, especially when it's written in cursive.
Oh, yeah, the F.
Kaleidoscope, psychedelic, awkward. They say awkward actually looks awkward. Minimum, soliloquy, velvet. Number 2 on the list, Ohio. They say when you write out Ohio, it kind of looks like a tractor. And now that I look at it, it does. The number 1 word that is like, you look at it and it's beautiful, is the word bed. So it even looks like a bed.
Yeah. It does.
That's
I
cute.
can see that.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Okay, so you're going to start noticing this as you go about your travels, and now you're going to know why. Let's say you go to return something, Target, Walmart, a department store. Ever since COVID, companies have decided to start putting up mirrors behind the counter. And why is that? Studies have shown that people are less likely to get angry when they can see themselves and how they're acting. In a lot of department stores and grocery stores say people have freaked out and they've come back a lot angrier post-COVID. So it really works, and you're going to be surprised how many department stores already implement this strategy. But when you see yourself in the mirror and you're angry, you're less likely to be more aggressive. So follow that. And if you have a small store, maybe you might want to put a mirror behind you just so people come at you with a little less hostility. That life hack and many more can be found at johnjanerich.com.
John Jane Rich. I was telling you, there's this list on BuzzFeed about the strange things everyone did as a child, but no one talks about it. And as I go over this list, they're dead on. But before I go over this list, maybe we go around the room. What do you think? Like, Peyton, what do you think everyone did as a kid?
That no one talks about?
That no one talks about.
Well, like when me and my friends, when I was younger, I was like in the 5th or 6th grade, I would kiss all my friends and we would just kind of experiment. And I think everybody did that. And then when I told my friends, they were like, oh, we did that too. And I was like, oh, I feel so seen right now because
Kiss,
I don't think that's normal.
Like a peck or full
like
on?
a peck. No, I'm not making out with anybody in the 5th grade.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's like a little peck. Like we'd go behind we'd pretend to get married or something, like behind the slide.
I didn't do that.
I did not do that.
Somebody out here has to have done that. I know I'm not the only one out here.
Okay, let me give you an
We
example.
tried to hurt each other.
Like this one here, I have done a million times and I still do it. It says, sitting in church and looking up the massive light fixtures and trying to figure out who they'd kill if they fell.
Oh my gosh.
Totally.
Totes.
What? You got a bunch of serial killers out there?
You've never done that before?
No.
Okay, I do it all sometimes I beat the movies and I see like a bald guy with a little bald spot and I thought, I wonder if I grabbed like a screwdriver and just slammed in his head and took off
Oh my
running.
God.
There's actually something like that. That's like I don't want to say a condition, but there's a name for that. Like if you're at the mall and you're on the 2nd floor and you're like, geez, I wonder what would happen if I fell. You know
Or
what I
threw
mean?
somebody over.
Or you threw someone over.
Yeah.
You know?
I do that all the time.
If people, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Or if you want to hug a baby and you're like, ooh, I just want to squeeze the baby. So cute. You're so tight. That's a thing.
Here's another thing.
Those are all the same.
They're
though?
saying that everyone's done these strange things as a kid. Taking a magnet and trying to force 2 of the same poles together.
Oh, yeah, of
I've done
course.
it all the time. I still do that. Pretending to smoke when it's cold outside, you can see your breath.
Yes.
Having a bodyboard or surfboard slip out from underneath you when you're swimming and having it uppercut you in the face.
Yeah.
Totally. The adult version of that is looking at your phone and having it fall on your face.
No, that literally happens to me every day, though.
What about watching your raindrop try to win a race as it streaked down the windshield?
Def.
Yeah, of course.
Freaking out after swallowing a seed like from an apple or a watermelon.
Thinking you're going to
gonna
grow an apple
grow.
tree.
Stabbing an eraser with your pencil.
All the time.
All the time. rolling up the straps of your backpack as tight as humanly possible.
Yep.
Pinching their finger or their lips in a hair clip for no reason.
Yes.
I do that still
Yes.
when
You
I
guys
find
remember
one.
the duck lip challenge? Like
Yeah.
where you would take like a medicine bottle and put it around your lips and then you would get these huge, massive lips.
What about playing with a foam ball that had a big bite or a chunk taken out of it, like a Nerf ball? What about believing that gum would stay in your stomach for 7 years?
It doesn't?
I think I did believe that until, maybe a year or two ago.
Also, I remember this one too, is getting yelled at for turning the interior light of the car on when someone was driving at night. My mom would be like,
Yeah, we thought it was
"You're
illegal.
gonna get a ticket."
What about like climbing up the stairs on all fours like you're like a wild wildebeest?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
really fast. Trying to go really fast.
Drawing a sun in the top corner of a piece of paper.
Always.
Yeah.
It's like how you draw a sun.
Right.
These are strange things everyone did as a child that no one talks about.
I feel like my childhood was a lot more twisted than what those are.
Yeah, well,
I'd like to
those
hear some of
aggressive-
those.
I just told you what they were, and nobody could relate.
I'm thinking like, when you hold your hand out the window and you let the air make a wave.
You're like saying moo
You
at a
guys
cow.
didn't kiss your friends on the playground?
Except that. And that's where I draw the line.
When you're first learning how to swim, having an irrational fear of sharks in the deep end of the pool, that doesn't go away.
Nope. No,
I think of
that's
that
so
every
real.
single. Today, I was in the hot tub this morning, like 3:30 in the morning. It's dark outside, and a light sensor went on the other side of the backyard. Scared the hell out of
Yeah.
me.
Someone
So I
was
didn't
there.
move. I just didn't move, and I waited to see. I got my phone ready to call 911, and then the light went off, and I was like, okay, good. If someone was
What do
moving,
you
it'd
think
go
it
on.
saw?
And then, like 5 minutes later, it went back
No.
on. I think it's the leaves. We have horrible landscapers. Blowing a straw into your milk and creating bubbles, milk bubbles, chocolate milk bubbles, always did well.
What about
Anyway.
like making potions outside? Do you guys make potions?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
The dish
You got to
soap.
put dirt in it.
Yes, and you would get all the little plants and leaves and
Yes.
try to serve it to your mom and dad.
So good.
What about the
It's going to
taste?
be delicious.
Tasted.
What about the
So
taste of
yummy.
warm water out of a garden hose? It kind of tastes like copper,
Yeah.
and you know it's
Totes.
poison,
Probably.
but it's still delicious.
Guys, I got a good one.
What?
When I was a little kid, it was like a whole day project, but I would take one piece of notebook paper and wad it up, and then I'd unfold it and wad it up again all day. And by the end of the day, it would be like tissue paper.
It's like a different texture.
But like all my friends did it. I did it. Like it was like, how's your piece of paper today? And we'd be like, it's really good and soft.
Yeah. It changes textures totally.
That reminds me of like when you would take like a water bottle and then you would like stab it like a knife, or not a knife, like a pen or a pencil, and then you would like squirt it into your friend's mouth and your water, and it was like, you know what I'm talking about? Yes. Okay.
Okay, you got one.
Nobody feels me in this room.
You got one. You got one. That one I'll give you.
Anyways, I wish I never shared my deepest, darkest secrets with you guys. I
Sorry,
regret
Peyton.
everything in the last 5 minutes.
Oh, this is the safe place. This is the nest.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, God. So many great memories. Everyone did it, but no one really talks about it, like blowing bubbles into your chocolate milk. Of course, Peyton and her friends like to kiss each other.
I thought we weren't talking about that again.
Lauren, what did you do as a kid that everybody did?
So it's very old school, but you remember when those old printers that make a lot of noise and they had like a stack of papers and it fed through?
Yeah.
And as a child, like I'd be in charge of like peeling them off for the teachers, like the sides. So I would just take the two sides and I would fold them all day and make one long accordion.
It was fun to peel off the sides.
Very nice. Well, thank you, Lauren. That's a good one. Thank you. Kent, what'd you do as a kid that's strange, but everyone did?
So me and my brothers were, I think, like every other like little boys with playing with fire, and we discovered that if you sprayed WD-40 on like the brick wall or like the concrete or whatever, and then you could like light it on fire, it would stay lit on the concrete for like a minute. But the only problem was when it got wet later, the whatever shape you drew like would stay dry, so like it'd be a different color than like the wet concrete. So my mom discovered every time it rained there was like smiley faces and our names and like drawings of like junk, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
Like
What else are you going to do? Of course you're going to draw that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Thanks, Kent. Charmin.
Yeah, I'm here.
What'd you do?
Morning, how are you?
Good. How are you? What'd you
Okay.
do as a kid?
Well, I kind of did something dangerous, but I did it, and it was in elementary school. I think I did it for like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And what we would do is, you know, these the bars, the single bars that they have on the playground. I would get on top, wrap my legs around it, and I would spin and spin and spin without any hands and just keep going and going. So, yeah, that was what I did, and a lot of people did it back then. I have not seen anybody do that because I have grandkids, and I haven't seen anybody do that. So that's what I did.
You know what that is? That's like, have you guys seen the videos that are like, they're actual gymnastics moves that aren't allowed in the sport anymore?
Yeah,
That's one of them.
Like, that's one of them right there.
And what they used to call it was the death around. And I understand why, because I got too tall for the bars, and when I went around, I hit my head on the stand.
Ouch.
Yeah, I didn't break my neck or anything, but I did hit it hard because I was too tall for it.
That just reminds me of, like, you know, when you're on the swings and then you're, like, try to go so high, you flip around. Did you guys ever do that?
Always tried to do that, never done it.
I never got around.
I just saw a video the other day of a guy that did it. And it was like, this guy just accomplished all our childhood dreams.
But you would try so hard. You'd have your friends push you. There'd be like
Yeah,
four
you try
of
to make it all the way around. Because you know, if you actually did it, you'd probably collapse and hit the pole and die.
absolutely.
But this guy did it.
Wow.
We didn't have that good of a playground. Like, if you get too high, the whole thing would lift off the ground. Boom, come back down with you.
Well, I grew up in Chandler. We had it spoiled over there.
877-937-1047. We have, how do you say that? Sadeki? Sadeki? I hope I'm saying their name right. How do you say your name? Sadeki? Sadeki?
Sarai.
Sarai. Hello. What'd you do as a kid?
Hi. So as a kid, me and my brothers would, I don't know how we got no trespassing tape, but we had no trespassing tape. And what we would do is block off intersections of our neighborhood. Like, we would crisscross the tape from one corner to the catty corner side. And then we just sit back and watch all the cars go in the opposite, like, frustratingly go into different directions.
Wow.
It was fun. And then, but there was a fire department, like, down the street, so they would inevitably, like, notice it, or somebody would call it in, and then they'd take it down. But it'd just be funny. People were, like, going left all the time.
That's classic.
That's great. Thank you for calling. Thanks for listening. Hey, Jen, good morning. What's up? You're on the air.
Hey, John Jay. So I just was listening to Kyle's story about her fraud, and I have a girlfriend who lives in Hawaii, and she told me just yesterday that their credit cards also got hacked in Illinois, and same thing. Like, they got a ton of chicken wings, they got hotel rooms, iPhones. They spent over $7,000.
It's insane. And, like, the thing is I don't understand. Like, I feel almost that there has to be a worse punishment for this, because it's sort of like people just get away with it.
Totally.
There's not much you can do, and then you're stuck fixing the mess.
Absolutely. And I don't even understand how they're even getting that much information. So, I mean, to spend $7,000 on chicken wings, hotels, pizza, like...
I hope
they had a good time.
I hope these types of crimes are addressed tonight in the debate.
Me too.
Too many people are stealing chicken wings and pizza.
Yeah.
Too many.
My husband wants his Papa Dough back.
Excuse me, Trump and Harris. How do you feel about the Papa Doughs being stolen?
The great theft of Papa Dough points.
Well, I am glad you brought this up. Pizza's important.
A lot of people say it's the best pizza
in the world.
Little Caesars to get too.
The best pizza
He says
in the
pizza,
world.
pizza. I told him you should just say
What is
pizza. He's
going
like, oh, it's pizza.
Oh, politics, you guys. Politics. All right, let's bring it down a little bit.
Can we?
All right, because I want to, this is so sad. James Earl Jones died, the voice of Darth Vader and others, right?
Mufasa, right?
I am your father. Look, Simba. Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Iconic.
So sad.
You know what else he was iconic for?
What?
You guys won't believe this, because I remember this immediately as soon as I thought of the Darth Vader and other things he's done. This is CNN.
Oh, yeah.
That's James Earl Jones?
That's him.
Wow. Okay.
Well, who else could it be? Once you hear it, you're like, oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, but I just never put that together.
Dude was
I don't
like
really watch
93
CNN.
years old.
Oh, so he lived a good life.
Yeah, very
It's
famous.
really sad.
Yeah, I read this article about him this morning, and it was like he's always stayed really humble in his career, and he's like, you just never have to forget you're still always on a journey, no matter where you're at. I was like, oh, that's really profound.
Very moving.
I bet he said that cool,
What's
too.
going on with Nicki Minaj? Well, she's upset about Kendrick Lamar. Is she upset?
Yeah, well, she's pretty upset that Kendrick Lamar is getting the Super Bowl halftime show because it's going to be in New Orleans, which is where Lil Wayne is from. Like, that's his hood. That's where he grew up. And so she basically is like, he got snubbed, and the fact that you guys are okay with this is a problem. Lil Wayne is the GOAT.
So there's a lot
Okay.
of people that were on that same tip.
She
I'm
got
kind of with
snubbed
her.
for
I'm
that.
with her.
And then you saw that Beyonce got snubbed at the Country Music Awards, right? That's
Yeah.
a big, those were announced
The
yesterday.
CMTs,
Yeah.
yeah.
CMTs or
CMAs.
CMAs?
Sorry,
CMAs,
CMAs.
yeah, Country Music Awards.
She didn't get a single one, and she dropped Cowboy Carter, which is strictly like a country album.
I mean, see what Shabuzi said?
What did Shabuzi say? I didn't
Thank
see
you,
that.
Beyonce, for opening the door.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did
'cause he's
see
got the number one
that.
song in the world right now.
Yeah, he opened the door.
Shame on
for,
country music.
You know,
Shame.
black
You're
country
witnessing right
artists.
now the downfall of country music.
Hey, but
Oh, I
Texas
don't know.
Hold'em was nominated for Song of the Year,
Was
the
it?
VMAs.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, the
that's
VMAs are
interesting.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, her dad was not very happy and basically said it's because she's black. I was like, okay.
Really?
That's a
Yeah.
hot take.
Yeah, he said,
Shame
he
on
just
the
said the
CMAs.
CMAs have a really like sordid history with that.
Yeah,
Shame.
which is unfortunate.
How about this, guys? What's going on Wheel of Fortune?
It was Ryan Seacrest's debut as host, replacing Pat Sajak. He opened up with this like long speech about how special this show is to a lot of people, including himself, who grew up watching Wheel of Fortune. It was kind of like cute to see because you could see this was literally a childhood dream of his coming to reality. So he thanked the fans. He knows he has big shoes to fill. And then they did the show. And you know, at the very end, you have that the final winner has to try to figure out the last thing to win the grand prize. This is what happened.
Digital compartment, digital entrapment, digital contrapment.
Well, we got all the digitals but footprint. Oh, you were so close. You were right on it.
No.
And no grunting. We've got over $25,000 in cash and prize. We've got those great trips. Terry, thank you for being here on my first night. It's been a real pleasure to hang out with.
He's a natural.
I'm happy for him. It's a
He just, like, fits
perfect
right in.
job for him.
Yeah.
Perfect job for him. Incredible. How about Kate Middleton, real quick?
So, okay, remember the Where is Kate scandal?
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, okay, well, she's got cancer. She's dealing with it on her own. Let's give her some privacy. She made a huge announcement yesterday.
I cannot tell you what a relief it is to have finally completed my chemotherapy treatment. The last 9 months have been incredibly tough for us as a family. Life as you know it can change in an instant, and we've had to find a way to navigate the stormy waters and road unknown. The cancer journey is complex, scary, and unpredictable for everyone, especially those closest to you.
Is it? That sounds like AI.
No, that was really her.
Okay.
That was really her. And she was like, listen, I just have like this renewed hope and renewed zest for life. And so
That's
she's
great.
going to rejoin her royal duties later this year or maybe next year.
She's so graceful, even in the face of
I
being
know.
sick.